Hi guys, happy Wednesday. Rachel here, and I wanted to pop in and say hello and see how everybody's doing. And I wanted to talk a little bit today about sweet treats. I certainly have a sweet tooth. I know some people are like salty cravers, chips, that kind of thing. I'm a chocolate girl all the way, which is why chocolate Shakeology is perfect for me. But I tend to have that. It used to be for breakfast. I've been doing it for lunch a lot lately with my new schedule. But I still want that little sweet something before I go to bed. That's my craving or downfall or Achilles heel, whatever you want to call it. Sometimes I just have a little piece of dark chocolate and that satisfies me. I keep those little dark Dove bites around and I try to have one or two. And that's my chocolate craving. But sometimes you want a little bit more than that. And one of my favorite things about the 21 Day Fix Meal Plan is that, there are treats you can build in there. So the perfect place to start, especially since this is treat month, is if you have 21 Day Fix, the 21 Day Fix book, and those little cookie balls and stuff that's in there that count as one of your yellow treats, that's a great place to start. If you don't have 21 Day Fix, you can certainly reach out to us. I think Kim actually posted some of those recipes earlier, like the Shakeology balls, but also like cookie bars and cookie balls and stuff like that. There's a couple things I like to bake, so there's a couple things I like to do. One is straight up substitutions. You can take your old recipes and substitute healthier options. So a couple of the most common substitutions that I use is if the recipe calls for regular flour, I used to always go whole wheat. That might give you a texture change, obviously. You can do one of two things. You can try half whole wheat, half regular flour. So if the recipe calls for 2 cups of flour, one of them is whole wheat and one of them is regular. Or if you can find it, whole wheat pastry flour is a little bit finer milled. It doesn't have quite that fibery. It's not quite as big of a grain. I guess it's finer. The flour itself is actually finer. So it'll have a finer texture in your recipes. So I used to use whole wheat pastry flour a lot for things like muffins and cookies and stuff like that. You can substitute your oil for something like yogurt. Cup for cup, so cup of oil, cup of low-fat yogurt. I wouldn't go non-fat because you'll totally ruin the texture. Or you could do a fruit puree, so applesauce or banana is common. I like banana, actually. Applesauce isn't bad either, but banana gives you a little bit of that still chewy flavor, whereas applesauce tends to be a little bit more crumbly. Yogurt does the same thing. It's a little bit more chewy like the banana, not quite as crumbly as applesauce. But they're all going to change the texture a little bit. You can do the same thing with the oil or the fruit that you do with the flour and do half and half. So if the recipe calls for a cup of oil, you can do half a cup of oil, half a cup of either mashed banana or low-fat yogurt, that kind of thing. So those are some easy substitutions to start with recipes you may already have. Another tip that I'll give you is check out some paleo baking recipes. I made paleo blueberry muffins last week. These may be harder to calculate on the 21 Day Fix Meal Plan. They're going to fall more into I count them as a treat still for myself, and I don't get many yellows, so that's fine. But they do have a little bit more fat and a little bit more calories than, say, like a regular muffin. It is healthy fats, but remember, paleo, you're using mostly like almond flour, coconut flour. There's a lot of fiber in coconut flour, but there is going to be more fat and there's going to be more calories. I find they fill me up for longer, so I eat less. I like to make paleo muffins and things like that to bring to work because they keep me full for a little while. So that's my snack. It's my yellow. It's my treat, and I'm good. And I will make I made blueberry muffins. That was a sweet treat for me. I put the apple butter on them, actually. That was excellent. Or I'll make little banana nut muffins, almost like banana bread, and I'll put just a couple chocolate chips in them for my sweet tooth. So those are some easy substitutions you can make. A little note about the paleo stuff too. Some of you that are more intense workout people, those of you who like things like P90X3, Insanity Max 30, if you're a runner, I really like P90X3, but my back has not permitted me to do that in a while. But if you're working out more intensely, your body may actually need more fats. And things like the P90X3 diet and the new Core de Force workout that's coming out, which sounds really cool. It's like an MMA style workout, is a little bit more intense, and it's going to use the 21 Day Fix containers, but the container counts are going to be very different. So whatever your count was for 21 Day Fix, it's probably going to go up for something intense like Core de Force because it balances those macros. It gets you more fat. So don't be afraid of a little bit more fat if it's healthy fat. It might actually be good for your body, but be mindful of it and just know what you're getting. All right, I'm gonna post some other cleaner treat recipes. If you have any questions about sweet treats, reach out. I would love to hear from you guys. Have a great day.